In this lab, I'm going to be using Amazon Web Service, and I'm going to be setting up two servers, one as a domain controller and the other as a domain member. So here I'm creating two Windows 2019 server instances. They're both going to be T2 large, using a security key that I generated earlier. I'm going to name them in my console here. I'll be taking note of the IP addresses. I'm going to download the remote desktop file for both servers. And I'm going to use that security key that I generated earlier, and I'm going to take note of the passwords for both of my machines. Now I'm going to log into my domain controller. I'm going to set the computer name. I'm going to restart it after I change the security setting and the time zone. I'm going to restart so those changes take effect. Now I'm logging into the second server. And now I'm going to change the security setting here, the time zone, and I'm going to change the name. And I'll restart so those changes take effect. Now I'm logging back into my domain controller. And now I'm going to add the Active Directory domain service and the DHCP and DNS server services, or features rather. I'm going to complete the DHCP server configuration. And now I'm going to also complete the Active Directory configuration. Now I'm logging back into my domain controller. And now I'm going to configure my OUs. I'm going to create the users for all of the OUs. I am disabling the user must change password at next login. Normally I wouldn't do that, but for this test environment, I'm just unchecking that. And now I'm adding the users to the groups. And now I'm going to go into security groups and create a new security group so that the two machines can communicate over the network. And now I'm going into each instance and I'm adding that security group that I just created. Now I'm logging into my member server. I'm going to change the IP settings so that it uses the domain controller as the DNS. And then I'm going to join it to the domain I created. I'm going to restart so those changes take effect. Also go ahead and add that server. Now I'm going to go back into my Active Directory. I'm going to add that Active Directory member server to the IT computers so that way I can restrict it or restrict access to that computer through group policy. And I'm going to go into group policy. I'm going to create and link a new GPO. I'm going to add IT to the security filtering so it gets applied to that computer within that group. Now I'm going to security settings. I'm going to add the administrators and the IT group to allow local and remote access. And then lastly, if I want to go ahead and test within this environment, I'm going to have to add the IT group to restricted groups and add them to a member of the remote desktop users. I'll go ahead and update that policy and make sure it's in effect. Going into my second server, the Active Directory member, and I'm going to update the policy there and make sure it's in effect. And now I'm going to go back to the domain controller. And now I'm going to test to make sure that that group policy is working properly. So I just logged into Darnell, and that was good. And now I'm going to try to log in as a user that should not have access. I'll try Adya. And as you can see, the group policy is in effect and working.